Heard you boasting to anyone who comes within earshot about your favourite.
So you're working with Autumn, huh?
When I say fortune, it's more like being blessed by fate.
Come on, sit.
Who are you?
Like the stars are smiling down at me. Secondly, a celebrity.
Wait, Autumn has friends?
Like hell. The deputy here is interested in meeting Marco to talk about that mercenary company he's been funding. Since part of that money is coming from his smuggling operation, we're working together.
So you're investigating the first? Why? Seems like a strange thing for a mercenary company to be doing.
I guess an introduction is in order. Like Marco, Jade here is the head of a small smuggling cartel. Difference is her crew stays out of Freestar Collective space, while Marco's group operates exclusively within it.
Except now he's looking to expand his operation, and he started moving in on my territory. Now you're talking. Look, the bad news is, Marco's incredibly paranoid. He never stays in one place for long. The good news is, I know how to find him.
But you're not gonna tell us yet because you want something.
I want the same thing you do. I want Marco out of the picture. But like I said, getting a meeting with him can be damn near impossible. One of the few people who can arrange such a meeting is right here at Red Mile.
May Divine. We've suspected for some time that Red Mile was a meeting place for smugglers. If she's in business with Marco, she won't give him up easily.
Yeah, well, so can she. I can tell you right now what she's gonna want, because it's the same thing she always wants. She wants runners. It's how she makes most of her money. Of course, people that hard-blooded aren't easy to find.
Yeah, well, I'm not going out on the mile. That's a death sentence. There has to be another way.
You've been a ranger long enough that too many people know your face and your name. Runners attract a lot of attention. If someone recognizes you and tips off May, this whole thing is shot. You, on the other hand, are just a deputy. It's pretty unlikely that a lot of people know you.
You don't have to do this. We'll find another way to get to Marco. I hope that's not false bravado, Deputy, because this is life and death we're talking about. If it's really as simple as asking May Divine for a meeting with Marco, then I guess that's all you need to do. We'll wait here for you. Try not to die, will you?
If I can really going to take on the mile, huh?
Just say the word. So, what's new with you? Oh, damn. I was starting to enjoy the conversation.
Please be careful out there.
I doubt anything scares you.
Things are going smoothly, I trust? That is true. But Mr. Graziani values his privacy. What is your business with him? Yes, this is not unknown to me. His association with the First is troubling, to say the least, and that trouble could find its way here. It's been too long since we've had proper entertainment. If you're willing to provide it, I'll give you Marco. Are you prepared to run the Red Mile? I give you my word, which is something I never do lightly. Once you've begun, I'll collect bets from my patrons who will place wagers on your survival. I'm afraid not. But I'm sure your confidence will inspire our patrons to place substantial wagers on your survival. That's what every runner says.
Mission or not, I can't even imagine why you'd take part in such an uncivilized activity. There's always a better way.
Now that we're clear on what's expected, are you ready to begin? Good. Come with me and I'll introduce you.
mile begins. Activate the beacon at the base of the tower you'll see in the distance. Once you've done so, return here alive, and your run will be complete. Go now, runner, and see if you can survive the mile!
This is going to be your biggest mile? Only your last mistake.
Another corpse on the line.
I hope you know what you're doing, because I'm not happy we're participating in this barbarism. Not at all. I'm told. Possible. Might as well take what we can. What was that?
Enjoy your time. Congratulations, runner. You have succeeded where most have failed. In fact, you seem none the worse for wear. I'm not easily impressed, but you've managed to surprise me. As promised, I'll set up your meeting with Marco. I'll dispatch a courier to let him know you're coming. Please take a moment to relax and enjoy our hospitality. I'll return shortly.
Just get the hell out of my face.
Yeah. Stop messing with my unit, or there are gonna be consequences.
Oh,
Kick back
you
with a
mean
drink from the bar?
consequences like how you and your bloody weekend
You made it.
warriors are driving all
You
the
must be
business
tougher
out
than
of
you
it.
look. I considered
You,
placing a bet against
they'll
you,
be able to fulfill my
but I didn't.
very lucrative
You're back. Are you okay?
Gotta go back to the days when this place was raided and
And here I was feeling like a nervous wreck the whole time. Guess I had nothing to worry about. Anyway, I'm relieved you made it through okay.
Why? Afraid you'd lose all that work you put into your smuggling investigation?
I wouldn't expect you to understand. All you see in people is what you can get from them. I'm glad, because that was an incredibly brave thing you did. And we need rangers with that kind of courage. Also, I owe you an apology. I was pretty awful to you at first. I'm sorry about that. How could you possibly... Maybe someday I can... but no. No. Now isn't the time. We need to focus on the task at hand. Once you're on your way, I'll return to the Rock and let the Marshal know what's going on. Come home safe, Deputy. That's an order.
You always were the soft one, little sister.
Oh, go to hell. Or at least make yourself useful and get us some drinks.
I honestly thought you'd be in worse shape than this.
Don't see a lot of people survive the fire.
You'll be talking to the other side of my boat if you keep doing it. Go ahead, start some trouble. Give me an excuse to air you out.
I'm so lucky to wake up every day to someone like you. Hey there. Glad to see you again.
Play by the house rules, or you'll find yourself on the other side of an airlock without a helmet.
Time for me to keep my promise, runner? You can find Marco on Kodos aboard his ship. I'd advise you not to keep him waiting. He is not exactly patient. Then it's in all our interests that you make haste. Travel safely, runner. Should you ever crave the challenge of the mile again, it will be here, waiting for you. Don't keep Marco waiting. Do enjoy your stay.
I'm in charge of security.
Landing sites, let's go.
Hello, Captain.
You the runner? Bus is in the back.
This music is gonna... Better behave while you're in here.
Well, one thing's certain. Graziani certainly isn't afraid to flaunt his wealth.
Nice shit, huh?
Beat the Red Mile, huh? Nice. You're lucky to get a meeting with Marco.
My word. Some of these pieces on display are incredible. They belong in a museum.
Welcome. May's message didn't exactly make it clear why you wanted to meet with me. If you're looking for work, my organization is always in need of pilots and security personnel, willing to take risks. Ah, I see. You did well to find me. I'm not an easy man to locate. Though I suppose we haven't exactly been keeping a low profile lately. To be honest, I think the Major is all but spoiling for a confrontation with the Rangers. Still, I confess, I'm a little disappointed that the Marshal sent a deputy instead of a full-fledged Ranger.
I'm willing to bet this deputy can handle whatever you intend to throw in our path.
And who might you be?
Sarah. Sarah Morgan.
It's a pleasure to welcome you aboard, Sarah. It's clear you are a woman of refinement, as well as beauty.
How about we skip the compliments and move things along, shall we?
Your deputy friend here could have a bright future, assuming we all keep our heads. To settle accounts, Major Hull served with distinction during the Colony War. But the leaders of the Free Star Collective, they turned on him. In his eyes, the Rangers are enforcers for a corrupt Council of Governors. That makes you his enemy. As for me, I didn't see any profit in nursing that grudge. I prefer to focus on the future. That's right. Major Hull spent 20 years in lockup nursing a grudge against the Free Star Collective. We all did. A lot of good men and women died for nothing because of those cowards you work for. You've chosen your side, and I've chosen mine. I'm not sure you are grasping the situation here, Deputy. You are on my ship, outnumbered by my guards, who'll kill you without hesitation. I'm a businessman. If you expect me to cooperate, I'm going to want something in return. I won't tell you everything. I do still have some loyalty to my unit. However, I can point you in the right direction. In exchange, I want the Rangers to let me operate with a free hand. I have a better idea. Instead, I tell you something you don't want to know, but you should. The Council of Governors is a group of greedy and corrupt liars who are using you and the other Rangers to protect their own interests. Do you really think they give a damn about the people of the Free Star Collective? Whatever road brought you here, your journey ends today.
Well, I suppose they're not going to need it anymore.
Wrong day to piss me off!
down. Come on!
Greetings, Captain. I will see you at a later time.
You stay here. Orbit achieved.
Civilian transport to unknown vessel. Please acknowledge. This is a commercial passenger transport liner wanting to alert you about hostiles in the system. You and me both. Us friendlies have got to watch each other's backs out here. Safe travels, stranger. Collective space. Maintain your current course while we scan for contraband. And that's it. Enjoy that tequila.
In the hut up at the front.
Little spacesuit. Everyone needs supplies. I get all kinds in here. How about I just show you instead of tell you? Take a look around. Feel free to look around.
Feel for the folk in the stretch.
Helga says I spend too much time at my terminal. He's probably right. Hey there, Deputy. How do you like the job so far? That's good to hear. So, what brings you by? Well, well, what do we have here? Well, this is new. Very interesting indeed. I'll see what I can do. If you can get me another one of these, it'll give me more context for the encryption and should speed things up. In the meantime, you be careful out there, Deputy. From what I've heard, these mercs mean business.
Never ever go outside the city walls. On the day...
If you're looking to stay, Lord Routine will take care of you.
The clinic welcomes all patients, whether Freestar or UC. You've entered the clinic's space. Please dock or leave the area clear for incoming patients.
Docking complete. Separation complete.
Ship is now docked. Perfect.
Well, that was fun. Now what?
Good day, Captain.
Ma'am, I'm just the courier.
I understand. I'm not blaming you directly. Dr.
Happy to
Salvato,
listen.
How long have you been here?
Dropping off a few choice.
And in that...
Let's see what you've got.
conversation about late or missing shipments of supplies.
I believe this is the third time.
What's on your mind?
I will be making it very clear to your superiors that lives are at stake. And the clinic requires...
How is it that you always know exactly what to say? It was nice talking to you again.
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Thank you, Dr. Salvato. You may return to your duties.
Captain, hello.
Thanks for
I
delivering
am
critical
satisfied
supplies.
to
Would be
see
nice to
that
hear
you
once in
Need
a
some
while.
work done? Your most recent
Looks to me like you're already in pretty good shape.
You have a nice day now.
I'm probably fine. Yeah, I'm fine.
Maybe I should have just gone to Aquila City. It's probably nothing.
Always a pleasure. Feel free to drop some stuff in. Don't stay away too long.
Okay.
If you're thinking about going into medicine, just be really sure before you commit to it.
Are you the courier? You're not really supposed to be back here. You can just drop the delivery off by the docking port and someone will take care of it.
Right.
Well, we're really not that kind of a hospital. And don't usually deal with walk-ins. If you really need to speak to someone, Dr. Salvato can probably help you. Oh, sometimes, sure. Somebody walks in or is dragged in with something we haven't seen before. You best believe it's all hands on deck. Have to find out if it's lethal or contagious, or both. It can be, yes. But we've all learned to live with it. If we didn't do this, who knows how many lives would be lost. It's harder on the newer folks, that's for sure. You take that Dr. Salvato, nice man, but he's a little on the skittish side. He's a good doctor, but just needs a little more confidence, you know? Don't I know it? I just hope Dr. Salvato knows how much we appreciate his hard work. Actually, now that we're talking about this, I wanted to do something nice for him. Give him a little pick-me-up. I overheard something about a meal he hadn't had in a long time. Thought maybe if I could deliver one to him, it'd be a nice gesture. You think you could help with that? Aren't you just the sweetest? You know that Don's Roost restaurant in New Atlantis? The fancy one? Dr. Salvato was talking about the synth liver pate. Said he'd never forget it. You bring me a plate and I'll make sure we brighten up his day.
Every new alien. You had a chance to talk to Dr. Cassidy. Really fun guy. Try humor though. So dry. You
Holding
almost
up
think
alright,
it's
dude?
non-existent.
Certainly not bored. Thanks for asking about that.
Problem? Yeah? Whatever you do, don't... Oh, you're not familiar? I'll give you the quick version. UC built the station back in 2194. It was outside of their established territory, which caused a bit of a disagreement and a bit of a war. And after what I think most people would agree was much too long a period of time, the war ends. One of the terms was the station was handed over to the Freestar Collective. Not that many really good reasons for war, are there? I think it was more about the UC expanding into systems they didn't own. The principle of the thing, not the station itself. So since then, the clinic's been under Freestar Collective control. Over 100 years now, I think. Over time, it started to focus more on weird things people picked up on all sorts of planets and space expeditions, became known for it, and now focuses on it almost exclusively. And here we are today, carrying on that work. Actually makes me feel kind of proud when I lay it all out like that. Well, yeah, somebody has to. It's great medical care, but not the latest in support tech. Funding only goes so far, and most of it's prioritized for keeping patients. And there's still a lot of outdated UC tech behind the walls that needs interfacing, so I stay plenty busy. You know, I used to. Then I realized I could catch something just about anywhere, and if I did, this would be about the safest place in the galaxy to be. So, I feel like it kind of all evens out. Well, then I'd be out of a job, wouldn't I? You're not entirely wrong, though. But someone would have to convince Dr. Darvish it was a priority, and I gave up on that effort years ago. Get out of here before you catch something. Just kidding. Sort of.
If you need assistance, please see Ari. I'm sure there's someone else that can help you.
Whatever you do, don't let anyone in here sneeze on you. That happens. We can't let you leave. Tending physician. I'm new here, so really, sounds a lot less impressive when I say it out loud. We tend to reserve things for our long-term pay. Oh, well, that's appreciated. There really isn't anything, but, My usual courier has been less than reliable lately, so... Just need a moment to examine you. Oh, I've seen much worse than this. Okay, I can have this stitched up in short order. And you're all set. It's really a matter of safety, believe it or not. The types of things we work with here. Let's just say you wouldn't want them spreading on a populated planet. In here, we're all nice and isolated, just in case. Not the most comforting thought, but it's the truth. Thanks for stopping by.
Between you and me, this place sees some weird cases. Gross ones, too. Yeah? Oh, now hold on a minute. You're the new deputy, ain't you? Yeah, the marshal's been sending out reports, keeping us all in the loop in your investigation. Yep, I'm pretty well caught up on things. Ben Armistead, pleased to meet you. Well, I guess that's the long and short of it. You're the newest member of the Rangers, and I'm the oldest. So, is one of them first mercenaries here at the clinic? You know, every Ranger knows it's important to trust your instincts. No better place in the settled systems to get medical treatment. You can bet it beats anything them UC piglets got. Ironic, given they're the ones who built it. I know just the man who can help you. Right this way, Deputy.
Whoa, whoa. What the hell are you firing at?
I'm not sure why someone felt the need to station a Ranger out here. I'm not much more than a glorified bodyguard for Dr. Darvish. She's the one in charge around here. And she's also on the Council of Governors. Most of the staff don't seem fond of the idea of me being here. And I ain't fond of them right
Career to
back.
go.
Bunch of stuffy eggheads, if you ask me. Except Ari, that is. He's about the only one I can have a conversation with. Now, hey there, Ari. Working hard or hardly working?
Hey, Chief. A little more the former than the latter. What brings you by?
Well, the deputy here could use some help. Came looking for someone who might be a patient.
I'll see what I can do.
Well, I'll leave you in Mr. Miller's capable hands. You need anything else, I'll be in my office.
I'll try to help you, but our computer systems have been having some issues. I wish some of the doctors around here were as patient as you. So who's the suspect you're after? Former soldier, huh? Yeah, they say war changes people forever. Makes me sad, the thought of soldiers who come home and don't fit in anymore. The name's not ringing any bells, but maybe we can approach this another way. Do you know what was wrong with her? That should help narrow things down.
I can access the patient records from my terminal, assuming the database cooperates.
A couple of years on duty here, and anyone would be qualified to run any other hospital in the settled systems.
Okay, give me just a minute here. Maya Cruz. Come on, Maya. I need you to be in here. Okay, finally. Here we go. Oh. No matches found for a Maya Cruz. If Maya's here, then she's got to be using an alias. Which actually makes a lot of sense if she's a wanted woman. Yeah. Let me think for a second. All right, hang on. I know that we do have a few female patients staying with us. There's Candace... what's her last name? Doolin. Candace Doolin. And then there's the Nakamori woman. I think her name's Jane. I don't recall offhand what they're here for, but it's a start. Sorry I couldn't be more helpful. I'll keep looking, see if I can turn up anything else useful.
There's such a mountain of work.
These poor people.
Excuse me.
I can't
What gives you
imagine
the right to come in
suffering
here?
from something
You're
no one
not-
understands. It must be terribly frightening for them.
Well, I suppose I can give you a minute. Believe me, I hadn't intended to stay here. I'm a courier. I was transporting certain sensitive documents here to the clinic. My ship was intercepted by pirates. I escaped, but not without damage to my life support systems. By the time I reached the clinic, I was barely alive. I was rescued and placed in intensive care. That was 2 days ago. Well, the nature of my work requires a certain level of discretion, much as yours does. I've shared all that I'm willing to share with you, Deputy. Maybe. Need to think about it. I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. I'm still willing to talk. Alright, look. Nothing I told you was a lie, but yes, there is more to it. You can think of me as a freelance information broker. I came here to acquire classified research materials so I can sell them. Yeah, I realize it's illegal, but it's a victimless crime. Nobody gets hurt. As you can imagine, I'd rather this information not get out. I'm happy to compensate you for your understanding. Do what you feel you must. I'm sure Ranger Armistead will be more amenable to my offer.
Don't let this fool sway your decision. You're doing the right thing.
This place makes me feel awful cooped up. Oh, I miss having my hands in the soil. Why, hello. Are you here to keep me company? I do hope so. I can't get any of these doctors or nurses to slow down and just chat for a while. They all claim they're too busy. Ranger business? I can't imagine what for. Unless you're here to track down that no-account husband of mine, that is. You'd think he could be bothered to pay me a visit once in a while, given I've been here as long as I have. But no. All I get is the occasional letter apologizing because he's too busy to run the farm all by himself. So hire some help, I tell him. And then all he wants to do is complain about how my medical bills ate up all our money.
Perhaps we should move on.
You want to talk about questions, Well, I've got plenty of those. Starting with how come these so-called doctors can't find anything wrong with me? I've got no end of pains. Headache. I keep telling them I must have caught some kind of... I'd had test after test for 3 months straight, and... Well, ain't you smart, using them big words? If that's supposed to make me feel better, I got news for you. It don't. I thought the high and mighty Freestar Rangers were supposed to help others in need. Yes, me. I think that sterling reputation's getting a little tarnished lately. Well, go on then. Don't let the troubles of one poor citizen distract you from whatever higher calling you all answer to these days.
Hey, how'd it go? Did you have any luck? As a matter of fact, I do. I made some progress digging through the patient records, and I have one more lead for you. Her name's Catalina Rivera. She was rushed into surgery for some kind of emergency procedure. I probably shouldn't say this, but she was in real bad shape. The good news is, she seems to fit your suspect's profile. The bad news is that she's a guest in our VIP wing. That area is restricted to authorized clinic personnel. Even I can't go in there. Look, this is a place of healing. The last thing anyone here wants is violence. Dr. Cassidy's in charge of the VIP wing. You need his permission to enter. Unfortunately, he's a real stickler for the rules, and the rules say no visitors without prior arrangement. You didn't hear this from me, but I happen to know that he keeps a spare access card somewhere in his office. Hope that helps you.
Yes, what do you want?
Hey, Ori. How's the work coming along?
Excellent news, my good doctor. The reports are
Sorry, but we don't permit unscheduled visitors to that area. You'll need to ask whoever it is that you wish to visit to make arrangements with me. Who exactly are you?
Gotta stay on top of things with Dr. Darvish looking over...
You could be Solomon Coe himself, and my answer would be the same. No. The rules are the rules. No exceptions.
Oh my goodness. Are we really going to let this bureaucrat block our progress?
I'm a busy man, so make it quick. Let's not do anything hasty. All right, that's enough. I can see there's no dissuading you. I suppose I could make an exception just this once. This will get you in. Conduct your investigation quickly and without disruption. I do hope you won't make me regret this.
You know, just by breathing the air here, you are being exposed to a...
Stopping at the clinic to do a bit of xeno research, eh?
someone comes to take a look at this.
How can I be of service, Captain?
That ship will carry the memory of your visit forever.
Now, you're not pestering the captain, right, Cora?
Pester? You think I'm a pest?
Oh, never. Poor choice of words. You're being nice to the dreams.
Of course.
So this book collection fund I heard about?
Don't you always say,
don't listen to me? Seeing the hatches line up.
Greetings, Captain.
Eklund set up shop here. That Eklund formation looks quite intriguing and valuable.
you waiting for? Finish it. Yeah. We've got a base, a good one, too. Spent months of my life getting that place up and running. As for where it is, you're going to have to figure that out on your own. Because that's what we were hired to do. The pay was good, too. But the best part was getting to stick it to the people who turned their backs on us. Of course it is! We spent 20 years behind bars because our leaders got scared and called off our attack just when we had the battle won. And did the people of the Freestar Collective that we fought and died for come to our defense? No! They did nothing. Nothing! Well, now they can die. Just like most of our unit did. I can't wait until you find out. Fine. I ain't feeling conversational anyway. You might not think so now, but it's likely to end up that way. How about I make this real simple for us both? I've got maybe a few weeks to live, and I ain't spending them behind bars. You want to put an end to me here and now? Then fine. Get it over with. Life's kicked me around enough as it is. But if you want to let me die on my own terms, then leave me in peace. I've been abused or abandoned by everyone I ever got close to. Gave up on people and put my faith in machines instead. Wasn't until I came to the 1st Cavalry and met Major Hull that I felt I could trust someone again. Well, how about a test? Rangers are known to be handy with a gun. But here's a problem you'll have to solve with your brain instead. I've encrypted this slate. If you can crack it, you'll learn something useful. Now get out of here and leave me in peace.
be something valuable here. A lot on your mind? Dropping off a few chores? Don't stay away too long. Why you'd drop something as useful as that, I have no idea. If you need something, if you have any gear... I'd be happy to... Leaving? Oh, I see how it is.
Wow.
Gotta be more to life.
Helga says I spent too much time at my terminal. He's probably right. Hey there, Deputy. How goes the hunt for the first? Good, good. If you ask me, I don't think they stand a chance. You're like an Ashta creeping silently through the high grass, waiting for your chance to pounce, and then boom! Down they'll go. So, did you get any more of those encrypted slates? Because, let me tell you, I am so close. Who, me? Doubt you? Not a chance, Deputy. I knew you were a natural the moment I laid eyes on you.
Better this than being someone else right now.
Important or not, I'll only carry the good stuff. Just kidding. It was really good talking to you. You.
Come in, Deputy. Take a seat.
Grab a chair.
While you've been in the field, we've had more reports about farmers being threatened and attacked. Unfortunately, some didn't survive. Not really, no. We can't be everywhere at once. Right now, our best hope to stop them is you. It's worse. It's tragic. How's your investigation proceeding? That's assuming he finds something useful. Otherwise, you'll be no better off than when you started.
It must be very easy for you to sit back and criticize when we've been doing all of the field work.
I've done my part. Besides, this is Ranger business, so why don't you keep your mouth shut?
Let's move on. I asked the other Rangers to share their opinions of you, and there are some things I want to go over. We'll start with Ranger Callow in Hopetown. She was grateful for your timely arrival, and impressed you had the guts to take on those pirates. Nia says you came on pretty strong with Ron Hope. Tried to lay down the law with him. Guess I didn't get the point across when I said go easy. If it's any consolation, I feel the same.
Excuse me. Let's continue. We got a detailed report from Ranger Price about your recent visit to Neon. He said you took on a syndicate loan shark to help an informant. And you were right to do so. Helping people is our most important duty, even when you're conducting an investigation.
You got results, and that's what matters most. Price was impressed by that. Said you really took the initiative.
Ranger McMillan praised what she called your uncommon bravery and dedication. She said you took on the Red Mile so you could get a meeting with Marco Graziani. Sounds like you're starting to understand what it means to be a Freestar Ranger.
So what happened with Marco? I doubt he gave you that slate out of the kindness of his heart. I suppose underestimating you was his last mistake. Damn. I thought if anyone could see reason, it'd be Marco. What about Maya Cruz? Her loyalty to Hull and the 1st Cavalry was stronger than most. I guess I'd want the same thing if I were in her place.
Excuse me, Marshal?
Not now, Alex. We're in a meeting here.
I know, but this is important. I've done it. I've cracked the encryption on the slates. Now, I don't know exactly where the First are headquartered, but there are references to a place called the Factory.
The Factory? That was our nickname for the main facility where the mechs were manufactured.
Under the terms of the peace treaty, they shut all the mech factories down right after the war.
But they didn't destroy them. At least not all of them. The facility was on Arcturus 2. It could be a dead end, but if it's not, then you'd better be ready for a fight.
If the Marshal's right, you could encounter serious resistance. Be prepared.
You've made good progress.
If you have questions before you head out, ask the Marshal.
Good hunting. Be ready for a fight. It's a big facility, mostly beneath the surface. During the war, it was home to maybe 100 technicians working around the clock. They used the planet's geothermal vents to power the smelting of metal for the mechs. That's about all I know. Never was much of a gearhead. Smart, proud, and charismatic. A natural leader. Most in the 1st Cavalry would have laid down their lives on his orders without a second thought. But seeing so many of his soldiers die in the Battle of Nira, I think something broke in him that day. It's a sad story, and I sympathize to a point.
War is as much a punishment to the Punisher as to the sufferer. I read that in an old Earth book of quotations. I've never forgotten it. Honestly, it was nice talking to you again.
Be careful. If I seem strict, it's because I'm protecting the integrity of the Freestar Rangers.
Good hunting.